Hello, Aries. Welcome. Thank you for being here. This is going to be a general read from a been dealing with. Of course, everything may not resonate, so take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, please check out my wife's channel at Val53 Tarot She's Review as well. Thank you. All right, so let's see what's going on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. One more and I'll jump in. Okay. What's with the toss-up? That is a toss-up. Okay, so just jumping into this right away, Aries. What is going on with them? That's just stress. Clearly a lot of stress is going on with them. Hmm. But also a lot of confusion with it. Um, Goodness, where are they? Where are they? Why does it just seem and feel like once again they're kind of two-stepping? It's like one step forward, one step back, one step forward, like kind of like energetically rocking in place. Like they just can't sit still. There's a lot. Once again, Aries, it's that same energy of like can't sit still, very fidgety. They kind of don't know what to do with themselves. They don't know what to do about you. They're trying. It's weird. They're trying not to allow the situation, whatever that is between you, to affect them. Like they're trying to kind of play this cool, like a cool cat, but it's very interesting. It's like they're trying not to allow their mind to get the best of them, and kind of like it feels like fear and panic like consume and take over them. I don't know what that energy is where it's almost kind of like they're trying to purposely like control their mind or control their thoughts. Um and not it's interesting because they don't want any type of negativity to affect them. They don't, in a sense, they don't want their energy ruined. They don't want their vibe ruined. Um, too late. Too late. They're kind of already in it. But I'm, and I don't know what that is. There seems to be something here regarding energy that however the two of you have crossed paths, it kind of makes me think of, like, for example, catching fire. You know, if something hasn't caught in fire before, and a fire comes around and, you know, happens to spread that fire, and whatever that is that hasn't dealt with or faced or confronted that fiery energy before catches fire, it's almost a little bit kind of like wildfire as compared to maybe controlled fire or controlled flame, you can kind of say. Um, Interesting, kind of like a dance of the flame. Flames dancing. But the problem is, what is with this energetic, like, wildfire, where it seems and it feels like uncontained? It feels a little bit destructive. It feels a little bit chaotic. Um, and unfortunately, there's something behind that chaotic wildfire that is fueling that fire. And it's almost kind of like, what is that energy that's fueling their fire, to where even they're kind of wondering, like, is it sustainable? Because I kind of feel like they're what they're emphasizing is that energy, that fire, their fuel source, in a sense. It isn't sustainable, nor is it long lasting, nor is it geez, beneficial. Once again, it makes me think of that lover's energy, where the masculine is approaching the feminine, and the masculine behind him, everything is burning to ash. Everything is burning to the ground. And once again, the feminine, the masculine's approaching the feminine, and the feminine has, like, paradise behind them. I'm not looking at an energy of lovers, though, Aries. I'm looking at an energy of um, like opposite worlds and opposite energy. It's like wildfire as contained to, or as compared to contained fire, where contained fire can be productive, progressive. Wildfire can be destructive, and some will argue all that, all day long about, like, well, it's beneficial, it's productive, da 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 da, whatever. That's not the example I'm using. There's an energy here of, like, let's just go all out, and then it's like, and now tomorrow is screwed. You sacrifice tomorrow for today, the moment, as compared to, you know what? I need fuel for tomorrow. Otherwise, I'm not going to make it through winter. Kind of like one of those situations. Are you in it for the moment, or are you in it for the long haul? And they're trying to figure out, like, whatever. And I don't know why they're kind of using you, Aries, as like some sort of fuel source, which is interesting. Like I said, even though they are the wildfire, they're kind of using you as, like, a fuel source to kind of, like, keep them going. And it's like, well, sounds like a parasite to me, but hey, because that's how a parasite operates. It feeds itself off its host. It takes and siphons energy, and so that's an unchecked wildfire. And unfortunately, it's like they don't even want to, for some reason, consider why they are being the way they are being, but yet it's like they're trying to. It's almost like they're trying to obtain you once again, Aries. And I don't know what this is about or why it keeps repeatedly showing me this. It's like I have so much energy, so much, I guess you can kind of call it what it is. I have so much passion. It's like, okay, well, congratulations. You made one big bonfire. You burned up all the wood, and now we're left freezing for the winter because, you wanted to go all out kind of situation. There's the Three of Swords coming out. And so that's what I was kind of saying. It's this energy of passion. It's an energy of passion. It's like it's unfortunately it's survival. It's survival. It's survival mode. You may be like the source, I guess, that keeps them going. Um, but where are they going? That's the thing. But where are they going? That's what I was kind of wondering. That's what I was kind of wondering. Their situation, I don't know what that is. Their situation is becoming even more and more problematic. And that's what I was kind of like. It's becoming more problematic. Jeez, jeez, jeez. No. And there goes the escapism. Okay. Having deja vu. There goes the escapism. Yeah, there goes and there goes. It's kind of, geez Louise, this is the opposite, Aries. I mean, hello winter, seasons and cycles, and this is the opposite of a bear. Geez Louise, this is what is that example? I remember back then. They kind of say, is hell hot or is hell cold? Well, they say like when hell freezes over, and it's just everything's white out, and it's so bright that you just can't see, instead of blackout where it's so dark you can't see. This is the energetic whiteout. Wow. Wow. Um, Once again, I don't understand that though. It's like potential, and once again with that fantasizing, they're like it's potential and possibilities. Hmm. Yeah, like I said, and there's the lover's energy that I was talking about before, and that's what I was kind of saying. Um, is it a match made in heaven, or is it like, damn, is it unfortunately like a cold day in hell? And there's the Eight of Cups, and that's what I was kind of saying. It's like, what actually is that? What is that? Um, it makes me think of that movie Alpha. I think it was actually about like a tribal kid, um, and his family and his tribe was trying to teach him. The kid's got heart, which makes him stronger of an alpha, not just like willpower and just passion and desire. He's got heart. It'll go further. It'll go further. Passion, lust, temptation, it fizzles out. It dissipates. But heart is forever. Um, Unfortunately, Aries, even they understand and realize, like, oh fuck, this has nothing to do with love for them. Unfortunately, they're being very point blank with this. They're like, yeah, it's actually not about love. Thank you, Crosswatch, for being so clear. Um, it's just passion. It's just desire. It's just temptation. It's dissipating though. I kind of feel like there's that realization of like, what are you doing it for? Are you doing it for the right reasons? Are you doing it just trying to keep your bed warm at night? Are you doing it just for one night? Are you trying to, write out the whole winter? What is it they say about winter, like cuffing season or something, where it's kind of like everyone kind of nests down or nestles down with each other and kind of like survives the winter together. Interesting. Yeah. Um, Thank you, Crossfire. I mean, you are being clear, so touche. You're like, yeah, I'm just trying to fucking keep my bed warm at night. Okay. It is what it is. It is what it is. You're also showing me 6666. um, it is what it is. Like I'm just trying to do what I got to do just to survive another day. Okay. I mean, that's seize the moment, huh? Seize the moment. They're like, yeah, that's I mean, like I said, touche. I'll give you that. At least you're, confirming. Like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do tomorrow. I don't know what tomorrow is gonna bring. This whole fantasizing thing, though, that is, jeez, um, so many movie references. Jeez, that's survival, Aries. It is what it is. It's survival. Um, you're kind of saying though, Cross, watch your bare essentials. Bare essentials. Hmm. Goodness. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Let's see a little more. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. And there you are, Aries. That's a nice energy. And go figure, in the typical Rider-Waite deck, the Emperor is sitting on their throne, and behind them is the barren land, the desert. Them knowing that they have all the tools, the resources, the knowledge, the experience to create the life that they want to. But the Emperor energy is also wanting to create and leave behind a legacy. That's long term Aries. They wouldn't build a throne out of stone just for a day. They build a throne out of stone to last a lifetime. I feel like that's what they're realizing, Aries. Go figure. They're actually looking at your energy. They're matching your energy and mirroring your energy of like, ah. I think it's one of those situations where it's like, think bigger, think longer. The moment is very important. The present is very moment. That's why it's the gift. Um, but I kind of feel like they're just getting a little bit of a feel of what they're looking for lifetime wise, long term. Do you want a connection that's going to last a night? Thank you, wham, bam, see ya. Who are they? I don't fucking know. Or do you want a connection that's going to last you, until your deathbed? Think about it. They're like, yeah, I got the message. Okay, then. Bye.